Hi everyone, and welcome to the 4 proven marketing systems every salon business must optimize to maximize revenue growth. If that's the presentation you were expecting, then you're in the right place. And we'll get started here in just a few minutes. We've still got a bunch of people joining in, so we'll give everybody an opportunity to get here and get settled, and then we'll get going. So if you have any last minute emails, phone calls, anything like that to wrap up, or need to run and get a drink, run to the restroom, now is a perfect time to do it, and we'll get started here in just a few minutes. Thanks. Hi everyone, if you've just joined us, welcome again to the 4 proven marketing systems every salon business must optimize to maximize revenue growth. We're going to get started here in just one more minute, giving everybody a chance just to get settled in here. So hang tight and we'll get started here in just 1 minute. Thanks. Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and get rolling. Again, today's presentation is the 4 proven marketing systems every salon business must optimize to maximize revenue growth. I want to thank you for joining me. I appreciate you taking the time out of your busy day to be here. And I will hustle through this as quickly as possible and let you get back to work. Probably somewhere between 45 minutes and an hour for the total presentation. I will be recording this, so if you need to go back through it, I'll send you out a recording in probably in the next 24 hours or so. And also, I want to make sure and answer any questions that you have. You'll see a question box below this presentation. Please feel free to type in any questions that you have throughout the presentation. I am going to just go straight through the presentation. I will address questions at the end just to make sure that we get through everything timing-wise. And then if there's anything that I can't answer immediately at the end of the presentation, I will follow up with you in the next 24 hours, either myself or somebody from my team, to make sure that we answer your questions directly, okay? Let's see here. Last but not least, if you hover over the image of this presentation down here in the lower right-hand corner, you'll see a little box that will pop up, and you can click on that. That will put you into full screen mode. And that way you can view the presentation a little easier. And then at any time, if you want to get back out into this view to ask questions, you can just hit your escape key and you will come back into this original view. Okay, so thanks again. We'll get going here. And like I said, I appreciate your time and being with me today. My goal is here in the next hour, I'm going to teach you how you can dominate your local market and take your salon business income to entirely new levels. And that may sound like exaggeration. It's not exaggeration. Obviously, there are lots of things that you have to do right to be a really successful salon business and to dominate your market. However, what I found is that many of you are doing all of the right things except for you're not taking advantage of your marketing to the degree that you could, and so you're missing out on huge opportunities to take your business to a whole new level. And that's what this presentation is all about. That's what my business is all about. We help salons just like yourself leverage marketing and technology combined to achieve maximum results from your business. In today's day and age, there's so much amazing technology out there. There's so much amazing marketing, so many amazing marketing vehicles out there that it can be overwhelming. And most salon owners or managers that I met just don't really know where to start or how to get their hands around all of it because there is so much. And so that's what we do. We help salons take advantage of the most impactful technologies and the most impactful marketing systems to get the most results and the most growth from their business. My experience is that that most salons are missing at least 2 out of the 4 critical proven marketing systems that are necessary to achieve maximum business growth. And it's the far majority, 95% of salons that I've seen are missing at least 2 out of 4, which is obviously, if there are 4 critical marketing systems to have in place to grow your business and you're missing 2 out of those 4, then you're stifling growth. And what I found is that most of you don't even realize it, again, just because you're not necessarily aware of these 4 critical marketing systems. So why is this so important to make sure that you're tackling at your business today? Well, the competitive landscape for salon businesses has changed dramatically. I mean, I know you all have experienced some pretty dramatic changes in the last handful of years in terms of how clients find your business, how you interact with them, use of social media, use of just various technologies on mobile phones, things like that. And many salon businesses just are not keeping up with that change. So we want to make sure that you are aware of the critical changes that are happening and the strategies that you can take advantage of to keep up with that change and really take advantage of that change. So the way clients have found your business has really changed. I mean, it used to be salons, it was purely just word of mouth. And, it was typically just your close circle of friends that you asked for a recommendation. And of course, people still do that. But now there's so much more information available to us to find the salon that we're looking for, to find the stylist that we're looking for, and to get some more objective review information to find out how happy people are with the salon experience. So, I know you're all familiar with Yelp and Google, and it's become so easy to do searches and get reviews from lots and lots of customers and find out what people are saying about your salon. And the way that people, shop for your services and make appointments with you has changed. I mean, people are taking advantage of their computers, taking advantage of their mobile phones or other mobile devices, right, to book appointments. So there's just been lots of change in the industry. And unfortunately, a lot of salon businesses have been slow to adapt. So we're going to hopefully give you a little kickstart here to make sure that you're taking advantage of all of the things that you could be at your business. There are 3 major drivers of change. And these are all things that you're familiar with, right? Search, as in search engines, social, as in social media, and mobile, as in the iPhone or Android or whatever it is that you're carrying around in your pocket right now. These 3 factors have changed business as we know it over the last 10 years in every industry, including salons. Search has made it easier than ever to find information about your business, to access that information from multiple devices, and it's become the predominant way for clients to find information about your salon. It's no longer just word of mouth. In fact, 93% of potential salon clients begin their search using a search engine. Now, social is obviously a massive, massive factor in this business. Social being, old school social, of course, just being good old word of mouth, which is still critical to your business. But it's become easier and easier, of course, for people to make those social connections and to find information from those social connections. And it used to be that social and search were very distinct and separate from each other. That is definitely no longer the case. The search engines are all over the social networks now to try and make sure that they're capturing that social information and including that in their search results. And the big thing to understand here is that your customers, the consumers of your services, are the publishers of information now, right? They're the ones that are getting on Facebook, Twitter, Google+, Yelp, whatever it is, and sharing their opinions about your business. And those opinions are now being published in the search engines as if they are, professionally written pieces of content, right? They are the content creators now. So you've got to be really aware of how this is happening and how to take advantage of it. 70% of local salon clients are more likely to visit a salon if it has information available on social media sites like Facebook and Twitter. So you got to make sure that you're playing the social game. And then there's mobile, which may be the biggest game changer yet. Mobile obviously allows you to take advantage of both search and social, but now do it while you're on the run and anywhere you may be. Text messages to these mobile devices has become one of the most effective drivers of engagement and repeat business. People are attached to their phones, and text messages get opened and viewed almost immediately. I'm sure you can attest to that with your own mobile phone experience because people really love that immediate gratification of their mobile phones. They love being able to get information and communicate immediately just by taking it out of their pocket no matter where they're at. And that results in immediate gratification for you as a marketer if you know how to reach those consumers on their mobile phones. 51% of potential salon clients are more likely to visit a salon with a mobile optimized website. So mobile is absolutely important. It's easier than ever for clients to quickly research and compare salons. As I mentioned before, these review sites are everywhere. There's dozens and dozens of them now in every major city, in addition to the major review sites such as Google and Yelp. There's all kinds of little ones popping up every day that are more local in nature or more specific to your industry. So the salons that get it and know how to take advantage of all of these factors are crushing the salons that don't. So we want to make sure that you are one of the salons that gets it and that you're taking advantage of these marketing technologies at your business. So the big question is then, how do you strategically work with these three big drivers of change to make sure that your business leads the pack? Well, it means now more than ever that you need to have a marketing plan that works, right? There is so many opportunities out there, so much change in technology every day that it can be overwhelming, and you need a plan of attack that will work for you and is reasonable within the resources that you have to dedicate to this challenge. So my objective here is to simplify that challenge for you and clarify the approach into just a few key factors to try and make this as easy as possible. And in fact, as I said before, it's really 4 key marketing systems that you need to focus on maximizing your impact in. I call that the R4 marketing framework for salon businesses. It's a very simple framework. You can see here just represented in this little pyramid with 4 layers, and you can see there each of those layers represents an R. The base layer is reputation. The reputation of your business is obviously absolutely critical, and I believe it is the most important factor in achieving the growth goals that you have and the profitability goals that you have for your salon, right? The reputation of your salon is ultimately what determines day after day if people keep coming back to your business and whether or not they refer other people to your business. Next is reach. Okay, reach means reaching out to your target market so that you can get exposure for your salon to as many of the ideal client as you're looking for, right? It makes no difference if you have the best salon in the world if people are not hearing about it. So how do you get your message out to the right people? Resell. How do you keep those clients coming back day after day, right? Or week after week or month after month to continue getting their services at your salon? And also, how do you upsell them and cross-sell them on your other products and services, right? We all know that we can get tremendous margin benefit from selling the actual salon products, the hairstyling products, as well as other additional services that you may or may not offer at your salon, such as massage, facials, waxings, things like that. And then finally, referral. How do we get that lucrative word-of-mouth business to feed our salon so that we can actually spend less and less on advertising ultimately and have more of our business just come from the good word of happy clients? And this is a virtuous cycle, right? If you're doing all of these things very well, then that word-of-mouth referral just feeds your reputation and makes this whole process easier. So that's the R4 marketing framework. And again, it's just 4 simple factors to really maximize and pay attention to at your business. So let's start. We'll go through each of these individually: reputation, reach, resell, and referral. Okay? And that's our R4 framework. Now, combined, or actually individually, either any of those factors, if you do a good job of maximizing them, can result in 25% growth, okay, at your business. I've seen this. If you just take any one of these and do a good job of maximizing it, you can see 25% growth at your business. But combined, you can ignite your business growth to 100% or more, and certainly the profitability of your business can easily be driven up by 100% or more by maximizing all 4 of these factors. So, in every industry, you will see some businesses that are just absolutely crushing the competition. They're just growing faster than anybody else out there, and they're more profitable than anybody else out there. And for the most part, we sit there and wonder, well, how are they doing that? Well, this is how they're doing it. They're maximizing those 4 R's to achieve that kind of growth and profitability. Okay, so let's get started with reputation. As I mentioned before, it's easier than ever for local clients to find the feedback of other local clients to help them make a decision about which salon to visit. 70% of local clients trust online reviews as much as personal recommendations when deciding on which salon to visit. And 7 in 10 local clients like to read up to 10 reviews before deciding to visit a salon. So these things are really impactful. And in fact, 80% of local clients say that they will purposely avoid visiting salons with negative online reviews. So everyone is online talking. The question is, who's talking about you and who's talking about your salon, and what are they saying? Now, the scary thing is that it's so easy to get the negative word out to so many people. And unfortunately, there is a very, very strong, what we call negative tilt online, which just means, you've probably heard the old marketing adage that a satisfied customer will tell, 1 to 3 of their friends about the experience, whereas the dissatisfied customer will tell, 10 or 20, right? It's always the people that are upset that tend to be the mouthiest, right? Well, unfortunately, today, an unhappy customer will tell 1 million of their closest strangers on the internet, right? Because it's so easy to get that information out to as many people as possible just by hopping on the social network. So you've really got to make sure that you're doing what you can to make sure that people are saying the positive things about you online, right? So who is out there talking about you? Well, clients, prospects, competitors, disgruntled employees, ex-spouses, former business partners and investors, and then what we call online the trolls, which these people are the permanently aggrieved. They always just have something negative to say about everything, it seems, and they just go and look for something to be upset about. The problem is, all of these people are out there talking about your business, and I'm sure you can imagine not all of them have the best things to say, even if you're doing a fantastic job at your salon. So, whether it's on YouTube in this case, or it's on Yelp, or it's out on Google or Facebook or whatever it is, people are talking. And what they're saying has become the center of the online experience. Google bought a couple of companies over the last 10 years that have been really impactful in this area, right? They bought YouTube, and they also bought Zagat, the reviews guide, restaurant review guide. And the reason that they bought those, one, is because people are watching a ton of video and getting their information from video, and videos are being used more and more as a social vehicle, as I just showed you in that previous YouTube video. And then also the Zagat reviews form the foundation of what has become an absolutely critical part of Google's search algorithm, which is to include reviews and feedback information about businesses inside of the search results, which I'm sure you have all recognized now when you do searches in Google. So this information and what people are saying about you online has really become the center of how search is now done. Your goal is to have a 5-star reputation, so that when people do these searches and they see these reviews, they are seeing only the best possible information about you and your salon. So the question is how to do that. So let me give you a few tips here that are critical. One is to take ownership of the profiles that your business has in all of the key directories and networks. What I mean by that is that your business has a profile listing, a listing of all the information about your salon, the address, the phone number, all that good stuff. There are a number of these that have been automatically created for your salon that you may not even know about in all kinds of directories, in the Google Plus Local directory, Yelp, Kudzu, Angie's List, Facebook, Twitter, Yellow Pages. I mean, you have business listings all over the web that, again, you may have no idea even exist. Well, the problem with not knowing that they exist and not claiming them and taking ownership of them is that there can be negative reviews out on those profiles that you don't know about, that people are finding and they're just sitting there. There can be completely inaccurate information about your business on there. So it's really important that you go and you claim ownership of all of these profiles, which, by that, what I mean is just that you can go out, you can find these profiles and say, hey, that is my salon, so I want the ownership of it, the authority to update it, keep it updated, and make sure that the information on it is accurate and all that good stuff. You really need to do that at the bare minimum in these major directories that are out there getting huge volumes of searches, but you should really do it in as many as you possibly can. Okay, next, you want to make sure that you're publishing your own story, okay? If you leave it up to your clients to publish their thoughts about your salon, and that's the only content about your salon that's getting published out there, well, then you're really leaving it out of your control, right? So you want to do what you can to bring back control of what's being said about you online. You're obviously not going to be able to control everything that's being said, but by putting a lot of your own good content out there, you can make sure that when somebody does a search for you, the likelihood of finding good positive content is much greater than any negative content. So you want to make sure you're putting out there special announcements, press releases, promotions, limited time offers, testimonials from happy clients. You want publish that information yourself. You can post health information on subjects that will help your clients, right? You can create your own YouTube videos on secrets to keeping hair healthy, or coloring hair, or styling hair, or using certain products, right? And you can add social media sharing buttons to all of this content to make sure that it's getting shared out there as widely as possible. So you've got to make sure that you are publishing your own story. And then you've got to make sure that you're connected, right? Having a blog, having a Facebook presence, whatever it is, to make sure that you are connecting with your clients and also the prospective clients out there in the community, and sharing that information to as many of them as possible. I mentioned earlier making educational videos and posting them to YouTube. A video, you may not know this, but a video stands about a 50 times better chance of appearing on the first page of search results than any given text page. So it's not just creating articles, it's getting photos, right? Obviously, as a salon business, you have a very photogenic business, so take advantage of those wonderful hairstyles that you're creating, and take pictures of them and get them shared out into the world, right? And also videos. Videos are incredibly powerful. You can do tips on styling your hair. You can do tips on keeping your hair healthy during certain seasons, right? So all of these types of things can make great video content. You can introduce new stylists at your salon. You can talk about promotions that you have going on. Whatever it is, you just got to get creative and get that content out there. Also, build a review collection system, okay? Again, talking about our reputation here, we don't want to just leave it to chance that somebody is going to say nice things about our business. So if we know that we have a happy client, we want to make sure that we have a process that is proactive and methodical for collecting those happy reviews, so that we can make sure and get them displayed up on the internet as fast as possible. Displaying reviews on your salon website can boost emails and calls to your salon by over 20%. All right, so the big takeaway here is that reputation is now the foundation. Remember, it's the base of that pyramid. It always has been the base of the pyramid. So you've got to make sure that you're being proactive about nurturing that reputation and promoting that reputation online. Okay, it's no longer enough to just do good work and hope for positive word of mouth. You've got to be more proactive than that. Okay, so that's reputation. Let's talk about the next factor, which is reach. Again, if you have a wonderful reputation but nobody's hearing about you, you're doing great work, but you're not getting the word out. So you've got to make sure to get the word out to as many people as possible. So social media is an awesome vehicle for doing that. Social media use has grown by 712% since 2005. It's really taken off. We all have Facebook accounts, Twitter accounts, right? And some people are just absolutely addicted to those, and they're just using them every minute of the day. So we want to take advantage of that. 86% of salon business owners believe that Facebook is important to their business, which you should. It's absolutely critical. There are over 155 million Facebook users just in the US, and now over 1 billion throughout the world. I mean, it's amazing. Facebook is now one of the largest countries in the world. If you take the population that's on Facebook, it's incredible, and it's incredible that it's grown so quickly and become such a part of our lives in such a short period of time. So you don't want to fight that trend, right? Even if you're not a big Facebook fan or a big social media fan yourself, you want to take advantage of the fact that other people are. You want to reach them where they're at by building a Facebook page and making that an active part of your marketing strategy, okay? Publishing good content up there, engaging with your community on Facebook, going out and liking other businesses and other people in your community and creating those relationships, and then offering free tips, advice, promotional offers, things like that on your Facebook page to really drive that engagement up. Another great way to do this is by what we call sponsored story ads. Sponsored story ads are just a a very simple form of advertising on Facebook that takes advantage of a person's activity. So here in this case, you can see that Jessica went for the second time today and checked in at Starbucks. Well, that gets created automatically into a very simple little advertisement that gets shared with all of her friends that says, hey, Jessica went to Starbucks for the second time today. So when people visit your salon and they come and check in on Facebook at your salon, you can use these sponsored stories to automatically create ads that will show people in the Facebook community that your client was at your salon. So it's a very, very effective, simple form of advertising that requires almost no work on your part. So the big takeaway here, clients are socially active, okay? If you're not reaching them via social media, your competitors are, and you're missing the boat there. So again, even if you're not a huge fan of Facebook or Twitter, these other social media sites, you want to make sure that you are taking advantage of this huge swell and momentum around social media and target your clients where they are at. All right, next, let's talk about reach via mobile, because mobile is one of the most powerful forces, if not the most powerful force, shaping business today. Okay, we all have these devices now that are in our pockets. Some of us have multiple devices, right, that we're carrying around with us. And because of that, mobile searches have quadrupled in the last year, according to Google, and mobile internet usage is expected to overtake desktop internet usage by 2014. It's growing at a crazy pace. 57% of local clients won't recommend a salon business with a poor mobile experience. So people are coming to expect that you can interact with them effectively on their mobile devices. Now, the good news is that after looking up salon businesses via mobile, 61% result in a phone call and 59% result in a visit. So people who are taking action on mobile devices are action takers. They are converting into actual client visits for you. But 6 in 10 prospects will leave your site if it's not mobile friendly. So again, people are expecting a good mobile experience. So you need to make it as easy as possible for prospects to consume information about your salon business on their mobile phones and any other type of mobile device. It used to be that we just thought, oh, we have a website, I can get on my computer, I can pull up the website, it looks good, that's enough. That's no longer enough. You need to make sure that your website is designed to work with people in a mobile experience. And most businesses, unfortunately, still do not have a good mobile experience. And you can see what happens is that a lot of times what businesses do, salons do this, is they create a site and they think that that will translate onto a mobile device really well. But you can see here, the mobile experience is totally different. So unless that you are designing your mobile specific experience to really match a mobile device like this, your site is probably not a good mobile experience. A mobile experience, in order for it to be good, in order for it to be effective, needs to be very, very simple, right? You can see here, everything has been dumbed down. Most of the information has been taken away, and it's just very basic, big buttons for people to click on, phone numbers to call. Super, super, super simple. And that's what your mobile website has to be, okay? So, big takeaway here, clients don't want to be disconnected from their phones. This addiction gives you a chance to keep your salon business top of mind wherever they go. You have that opportunity to reach your clients without making them step out of their mobile routine, okay? You just got to make sure that your business is optimized to represent well on mobile devices. All right, now let's talk about resell. Okay, resell was the third layer there in our pyramid, and this is all about getting our clients to come back to our business, spend more money with us, buy additional products, right? So that we are maximizing the dollar value that we're getting from every single client. Again, let's go back to mobile. One of the best ways to resell at your salon is by taking advantage of mobile. As we talked about before, 87% of Americans have mobile phones. 73% say it's their most used technology device. And even look at this, 25% of all U.S. households have just completely ditched their landlines, their traditional telephones, which I am one of those households. We don't have a landline phone anymore at our house. It's all just mobile phones. And I'm sure that some of you can relate to that. They seem kind of unnecessary now. Well, the cool thing is, again, this creates an opportunity for you to resell to people on their mobile devices. And the first major opportunity is using SMS messaging or text messaging. There are 6.1 trillion text messages that were sent and received in 2010. That's just an astonishing number. And in fact, SMS is capable of reaching 91% of the US population because you don't have to have a really fancy smartphone, right? You don't have to have the latest iPhone to do text messaging. You can just have a very basic mobile phone. So why use SMS? Well, one, instant deliverability. I'm sure you can all relate that, you may get email and not check your email more than once a day. But if you get a text message and it vibrates on your phone in your pocket, you're checking it pretty much right away. The open rates on text messages are amazing, which I'll go over here in just a second. But it's a very simple, easy platform that is just easy enough that anybody can take advantage of it, even if you're not really technologically savvy. 97% of all SMS marketing texts are opened, and that's the amazing thing about text messages is that they do get opened, they do get viewed. 95 to 98% of text messages are read within minutes of receipt, and people keep their cell phone numbers for life. So a lot of you are already doing email marketing, sending out some sort of newsletter or email confirmations to your clients, but the problem is that 33% of email addresses change on a yearly basis just because people are switching jobs or switching email platforms, but people are keeping their cell phone number for life. So it can be a much more permanent way of reaching your clients. So how can you use SMS? Well, there's a couple of key ways that have been very, very powerful for our clients. One is just using SMS reminders to remind people of appointments. This can reduce no-shows by 50% or more, which means that you can save a ton of money and put it right back into your business or into your pocket. No-shows can be an absolute killer for any appointment-based business like a salon. So with text messages, you can reduce those no-shows by 50% or more. Another way that you can use SMS that's really, really powerful is mobile coupons. So you can send out, let's say that you happen to have a slow afternoon on Wednesday and you know that you have availability for your stylist. Well, you can send out a Tuesday afternoon or Wednesday morning mobile coupon via text and say, hey, we have a couple of open slots, 15% off, if you claim your appointment today. And these get huge response. Mobile coupons are 10 times more likely to be redeemed than traditional coupons because you're getting, again, right there in people's pockets. So mobile coupons can be a really, really powerful way to drive people back into your salon. Again, if you have open hours that haven't been booked yet, if you have product that you need to get off the shelf pretty quickly and you want to do some discounts and drive people back in to buy some of those products or additional services, really, really, really powerful. So the big takeaway here, text messaging is the most popular form of communication among your clients, and your clients are almost guaranteed to get those SMS messages. So start building your SMS list today. It's one of the most powerful assets you can have at your business. All right, let's move on to the last stage in our pyramid there, referral, okay? We all know that referrals are like gold. A good referral is the best form of advertising we can possibly get. 65% of new businesses for salons comes from referrals, which is fantastic that we're benefiting from that word of mouth. But it can also put us into a little bit of a precarious position because 41% of salon businesses count on referrals for over 80% of sales, which means that we can get a little bit lazy about the other forms of marketing and just count on those referrals coming in. It's great when it works, but it can be really, really painful when it's not working out as well as you'd like. So the question is, how can you proactively drive those referrals so that you have the best chance of keeping a real consistent flow of them coming in? First is that you need to understand that good service doesn't always equate to referrals, right? 83% of satisfied clients say that they are willing to refer salon businesses, but only 29% actually do. Why is that? It's not that they're being mean to you. It's not that they're intentionally not referring you business. It's just kind of out of sight, out of mind. They just don't think to do it, and there's no simple process for them to do it. So you need to make it easy for them. You need to leverage a referral system. And what do I mean by a referral system? Well, word of mouth is something that we just kind of hope happens by chance, right? We hope that we provide a good client experience, and then when they're out for drinks later on that night and somebody mentions how nice they look, that they say, oh, thank you very much. Yeah, I love my stylist over at such and such salon. But we're leaving that up to chance. Really, that's not in our control. Versus a referral system is a system that is predictable, consistent, and repeatable. It's a methodical process that captures qualified prospects through your association with people, with satisfied clients. So how do you create referrals in a repeatable system? And the key is that you ask for them. And this is where most of us make a huge mistake. And there's that old saying in sales, if you don't ask, you don't get, right? But we don't ask for the referrals. We just hope that they come in by chance. So again, most people would say that they would give a referral, but they've never been asked. So requesting referrals, asking for them, is not that difficult. We just need to have the systems in place. It's as straightforward as incorporating the message into referral cards, postcards, social media, your website, wherever you possibly can, and making sure that your happy clients see them. Okay? So you can do this via print and mail, right? If you send out any sort of newsletter, or you could just distribute referral cards on the payment counter as your clients are leaving. You can send out postcards on a structured schedule, right? So direct mail is still very, very powerful. People like to get things in their inbox, so you can get these out on a very, very affordable basis. There's direct mail programs now that are very inexpensive for salon businesses. So very easy to get these out into the hands of your satisfied clients. You can also do it online, right? By incorporating referral requests into contests, coupons, viral promotions that you have up on Facebook, right? Very easy now to use systems to collect referrals online using social media and coupons and things like that. Okay, so the big takeaway here is that referrals are great, right? We love them. They're the best form of positive advertising we can get, but they're hard to depend on if you're leaving them up to chance and you don't have a system for making them predictable. So your job, your number one mission should be to design a repeatable system that captures referrals in a proactive basis and does it right at the moment when your clients are most thrilled, right? When they're most happy with what you've done for them, that you have a system that makes it easy for them to refer new clients to you. And that's the key. It's got to be easy. People do not go out of their way to do this for you. You've got to make it super easy for them. So that is the R4 marketing framework for salon businesses. Again, there's just 4 R's that you need to focus on at your business and make sure that you have proactive systems in place for to get the growth and the profitability that you're looking for. Maximizing your reputation, your reach, your resell, and your referrals. So the question is, are you doing everything you can to grow your salon business? And the far majority of salon owners and managers that I talk to tell me no. And when I ask them why, it's simple. It's one, just awareness of the issues and what types of marketing systems and technologies they could take advantage of. And then, of course, it's time. We're all swamped, working many, many long hours. Every salon has that story, and it's true. You're tied up with clients all day throughout the day. The last thing then that you want to do is sit down and come up with your marketing plan and execute that marketing plan at the end of a very long day. And then, of course, budget and expertise, right? Any small business, we're all constrained by those factors, and it's very, very real. But the problem for you is that the gap between those that get it and those that don't is widening. And in every market, there are salons that are doing a very good job of taking advantage of these marketing systems, and they're pulling ahead of the pack. And you don't want to get left behind. You want to be the salon that is on the cutting edge of taking advantage of these marketing systems. Now, when I go out and talk to salons, I would say that 90% of salon businesses realize they aren't growing like they should. Only 50% realize, though, that it's their job to make a change, right? That it's not some sort of market forces out there. It's not that the economy needs to turn around. In any economy, there are salons that are absolutely crushing it. So it's not these outside factors. It really is you taking a good hard look at your business and where are you weak, where are you strong, what types of things do you need to put in place to make sure that you're doing your most effective marketing work. And I would say that only half the people are willing to do that hard look and be a little bit self-critical about their business and see the gaps that they can execute to get the growth and profitability that they're looking for. And then I would say that only 20% realize that it's being strategic about their marketing that is the difference. Okay, some people think, well, if I had better stylists, if we produce better haircuts for our clients, whatever it is, that would be the thing that would really ignite growth. If I had more celebrity appeal at my salon, whatever it is. I hear all kinds of factors, and those things all contribute, absolutely. But really, it is the marketing of the business that is the difference. And I'm sure everyone out there knows of a salon that they think is doing really, really well financially, but they think that they don't provide as good of a service or as good of an experience, and they're not sure, why they're getting all that business. And it's because of their marketing. They're doing a better job marketing, even if the end result they're getting for clients maybe isn't as good as what you're doing at your salon. So it is about the marketing. If you're a part of that 20%, if you're a part of that group that realizes that you need to do something different marketing, and if you're committed to creating maximum growth for your salon business, I'd love to get to know you and your business better. This is what we do for our clients. We put these marketing systems in place so that you can focus on taking advantage of your clients, and we'll focus on doing the rest, on making your marketing systems work for you so that you can achieve maximum growth and profitability. So again, no hard sales pitch here, but if this is something that is interesting to you, that you feel like you could be doing better at, I would love to get to know you and your business better and see if there's a fit to work together. You can see down below this presentation, there's information on how to get in contact with us, and actually all around this presentation there's information on how to get in contact with us. So if you'd like to have a conversation, we'd love to hear from you. Just reach out and let us know. And again, it won't be a high pressure sales pitch. It'll just be a conversation to see if there's a fit. Okay? Let me go ahead and grab a drink real quick, and then we'll move on to some of the questions. I see some good questions that have come in. So let me just grab a drink, and we'll go through those real quick. Okay, first question I see says, can other people put wrong information on my listings if I don't claim them? Okay, so you're talking about those directory listings that I mentioned that are in Google, Facebook, Yelp, Yellow Pages, all over the place. There are hundreds, literally, of directory sites out there now. So your business could have a directory listing literally in hundreds of different places that you don't know about. It's pretty wild how quickly that whole thing has grown. So can other people put wrong information on my listings if you don't claim them? Yes, absolutely. And you may think, well, why is that? How is that possible? Well, there's a couple ways that it's possible. One, the directory site, the business that is hosting these directory listings, has to have as many businesses as possible listed on their site in order for them to even have a viable business, right? Because if you come and search for a business on their site and the business doesn't even exist, then they're going to leave and go to Yelp or whatever and go to that directory site instead. So what these businesses do is they just, in a very automated way, will go out and just kind of scour the universe for as much information on as many businesses as they can, and automatically create listings for your business. Now the problem is that those listings, the information that they get to create that listing could be completely old, outdated, or incorrect, right? It could be that before you even got the salon off the ground, you actually started the salon, corporation, and you filed it using your home address, right? Well, they'll go and they'll scour and they'll find that business filing with the state, and it has your home address on it. Well, they'll just go ahead and create a directory listing with your home address on it and with whatever phone number you had there. So it could be just completely outdated information. Now, the other way that you can have wrong information up there is that all of these sites have built-in mechanisms for just the general public to include information on your directory listing, whether that's reviews or just trying to update the information about your business that's on there. So just any old Joe can come along and put information about your business up on those sites if you haven't claimed them. So yeah, there can be all kinds of incorrect information on there. It's really, really important that you claim those listings and make sure that your information is correct and consistent. Okay, let's see here. We got a question here. How do we rank better in Google? I see other salons that are kicking our butts in our local market, and we want to know how we get ranked better in Google. Yeah, every business wants to know how they can get ranked better in Google and the other search engines because it has become so important. The thing here is there's no one factor that I can tell you is the answer. There are so many things that go into this at this point. Starting with what I just mentioned, making sure that your business information is correct and consistent online. Google does not like to return incorrect information to their searchers. So if they see a bunch of inconsistencies in your data, then they are less likely to rank you. How your website is designed and the content that's on that website makes a big difference. Social factors, like how many people are linking to your website, how many people are liking your website through various social platforms now makes a big difference. The amount of content you create and how people respond to that content, so YouTube videos, articles, press releases, all those types of things. All of these things weigh in, and it's part art, part science to getting a website ranked really well now. So again, not a real simple answer, but certainly something that we can help you with. Let's see here. Does Facebook advertising get positive ROI for salons? Yeah, absolutely. I think that Facebook advertising is one of the most powerful ways that a salon can possibly get more exposure and grow their business. So yeah, Facebook has a number of different advertising vehicles that you can get really creative with and can be very powerful for your business. So absolutely. Let's see here. One person says, hairstylists come and go, and we do all of this marketing, and it builds up their personal brand, and then they leave and go to a competitor or start their own salons. What are we to do about this? Yeah, I totally understand that, because you're right. It is an industry where, there's kind of a revolving door and people like to switch spots pretty frequently. So the key here is that you as a salon owner and as a salon manager take advantage of building your own direct relationship with the clients. And your marketing is one of the most important ways that you can possibly do that, right? By having a direct relationship from the salon itself, not just from the stylist, where you are reaching out and communicating with those clients, sharing with them a newsletter, sharing with them styling tips, sending them coupons, things like that, so that if a stylist does leave, you have the best chance possible at maintaining that client relationship and getting them back in to work with a different stylist. So you got to do everything you can with your marketing to establish that direct relationship with the clients. Okay, good questions there. And I see here that we are coming up on an hour. So I want to be true to my word here. I said between 45 minutes and an hour and get you back to work. So I want to go ahead and wrap this up. Any outstanding questions, I will get back to you here in just the next 24 hours or so. And I will also get a replay of this presentation out to you as well. And just once again, I just want to say, we love working with salons to help them grow their business and grow their profitability. So if any of this is kind of ringing a bell for you and you're thinking, man, yeah, we should be doing a better job with our marketing, we'd love to just have a conversation with you and see if we can brainstorm some ideas as to how we might be able to help your business, okay? So please just get in touch, and we would love to hear from you. Thank you so much again for taking the time out of your day to join me, and I'll look forward to talking with all of you soon. Take care.